I got stories, man, of kids that I actually coached. Got a kid that went to he's from Greensboro, went to Page, ended up getting sick. School. His mom called me, was in the hospital. He had to go get some special treatment down at the Duke. But he couldn't even do a push-up, bro. I mean, that's how sick he was.
Dang.
And I told his mom, I said, I'm gonna take care of him. So he ended up getting through his sickness, and I used to go pick this kid up every day and take him to the Greensboro Sportsplex and work with him. The crazy thing about it, his dad lived next door and wasn't even in his life, bro.
Huh?
You know what I'm saying? Telling you something.
Like right there?
Like next door, like right beside him, and wasn't even in his life. And he told me that. I said, don't even worry about that, bro. I said, I got you, and I'm here for you regardless of what's going on. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
We just gonna use this sports thing, you know what I'm saying, so we can rock out. End up making the JV team as a starter for 2 years, freshman, sophomore year. Make it to high school starter, freshman, junior, and senior. He's at Winston-Salem State now.
Over the years of studying my craft in the sports performance training industry, I have developed a program specifically designed for the modern athlete. We cover all aspects of being a high-level athlete: speed, agility, power, and most importantly, mindset. Here at AWOL Sports Performance, we offer 4 distinct programs: Vertimax training, middle school and high school performance training, college training, and team training. Athletes can have private access to the facility. We are able to service 10 athletes at one time. By using modern technology, we are able to provide our athletes with a skill set that is critical to their success on the field, court, and in life. This is Jonathan Spruill, owner and founder of AWOL Sports Performance, your #1 athletic enhancement specialist.
The Highest Point Podcast.
Yo, welcome to the Highest Point Podcast. This is a podcast for everyone, no matter where you're from, no matter what you've been through. You know you deserve the best and willing to put in the work for progress to reach the highest point. And we got a special guest in the building today. You know what I'm saying? If you look at his arms, you already know what's up. We got a special, we got a trainer in the building. You know what I'm saying? Owns a gym right here in Greensboro, North Carolina. If you haven't visited yet, you need to pull up the AWOL. This is one of the realest out here. For real, for real. So, can we get your name and talk about your business a little bit?
Yeah, I'm Jonathan. My name is Jonathan Spruill, man, one of the owners of AWOL Sports Performance, downtown Greensboro, 320 East Washington Street.
Yes, sir. That's what's up. That's what's up. Yeah. So, what about AWOL? Like, because this is what makes AWOL different from a Gold's Gym or a Planet Fitness or something like that.
Let me give you a little history and how it all got started. So, AWOL stands for A Way of Life, and I met my business partner back in like 2012. You know, I was doing my thing, and I was gonna call my stuff. I was doing some personal training. I was gonna call it MADE. You know, so I was down with acronyms. I can call it MADE. MADE was motivated and determined every day. I was gonna call it MADE Fit. But we kicked it. You know, so I first met him, we kicked it, and we kind of just jailed or whatever. And he's like, man, I got a dope concept. I'm saying he ran it by me. I'm like, bro, I like it. I love it. You know what I'm saying? Because at the time it was, really in line with what I was doing. So AWOL is, you know what I'm saying, it's a way of life, and I take it to where we do sports performance for athletes, but it's really for any and everybody, to where it's a way of life to get where you're trying to get to. And we just embrace the fitness lifestyle, and we use fitness as a vehicle to navigate life. Right. But on the sports performance side, we use sports and fitness to navigate life. You know what I'm saying? So it's like it's different from any other gym, to answer your question, because we're there with you, and we pretty much gonna do the things that we have you do, or we done it already. You know what I'm saying? Right. We're gonna hold your hand, and it's gonna be more so factual based stuff. Some stuff that we done, we done tried. Right. You know what I'm saying? For instance, if a guy or athlete come to me want to increase his vertical, I've done that before in the past. I help increase my explosive power. So it's almost like hands-on. We're going to give it to you, you know what I'm saying? We're going to coach you versus train you. I mean, we're going to do both, but a coach and a trainer is two different things.
Absolutely. Yeah. You guys have specialties you can help people with. You know what I'm saying? Like, you talking about vertical, helping someone out with that specifically. That's just amazing, being able to help someone specifically with their vertical or something like that. And something else, what I'm hearing from you, it's a lifestyle. So, with joining AWOL, it's a lifestyle. And if you join in Planet Fitness, it's just a membership.
Right.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
That's the difference.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like when people come to you guys, you are helping them change a whole different lifestyle. And that's something different. Like you working out, okay, cool. But if you want to change a lifestyle, that's going to be help you health-wise, help your mental health, a lot of things. And that's what you can gain from going to AWOL.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I want my membership right now.
Yeah. And then what I try to do, I try to take it to where it's going to hit the youth, and, you kind of get them at an early age, especially with sports is the avenue of sports is the vehicle that's pushing them.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, who didn't play high school? I mean, a lot of people didn't play high school sports, but for the ones that did, understand, like, damn, if I had this in high school, I'd be so much better, things like that. You know what I'm saying? If I done that, if I had somebody pushing me along, I might could have, made a career out of playing sports. And then really I want to give some of these kids hope, man, just not only through sports, but just like I said, in life, like be able to put them in a position where they can succeed.
Absolutely. Yeah. And like where I'm from, Bert T, we didn't have that, bro. We didn't have those options to go to specialists.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, and the fact that you're doing that, and I have a son that he plays sports, and I would want my son to be able to have things that I didn't.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So, we have the opportunity now to allow our kids to be able to experience something like AWOL that can propel them.
Yeah, and then it's crazy because I had this conversation with parents all the time, and we kind of, especially the young black youth, young black males, because seeing another positive male figure in your life can work wonders for you, man. And I feel like being able to catch them at that right age.
Right.
And you're looking at a kid that's 7, 8 years old from the ages of 1 all the way up to 7, where they soaking in all the information. I'd rather try to catch them at that age, you know what I'm saying, and try to push it on them then, so where it's gonna roll over to the adult life. You know what I'm saying? It's just more things like you say you from Bertie, I'm from Cresswell, where it's a small town where of course we didn't have none of this. Now, granted, I'm 40 years old, but it's still things that, cell phones, we didn't have cell phones back in the day.
Right.
It's so, that information it's so accessible right now. And then, of course, a lot of wrong information out there too. So you want to get the right information. So this generation, is very, very blessed. And I'm just happy to be a part of that, to facilitate and help them move forward in life. Because I done trained some high level kids, man, that's either going to college or in college or even in professional ranks.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I trained an Olympian. He's from Greensboro, but he's Nigerian. I watched him come up through the ranks, him and his cousin. Like it's crazy to be able to see these kids, grow into young men and young women and like be doing it through sports, but they doing it on the outside of sports too by just being professional and studying people.
Right. Now, do you work with people that do like any sport? Like say if somebody was a wrestler or
So I work with any and every athlete, man, because at the lowest level it's just more so learning the fundamentals and basics. At the highest level, it's more so specific. So you got what they call sports specific, you know what I'm saying, or sports specific drills or sports specific training.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It only comes specific to where you really, when you become a professional at the end of the day, where you're doing it for your job. But I mean, it's certain qualities like power development, coordination. All athletes got to have that. You know what I'm saying? All athletes got to be able to know how to develop power. Right. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And
speed,
agility, depending on what sport you play. But it's different movement patterns. Basketball is a little bit different from football. But it's like you can take a basketball player can play football, or a football player can play basketball. You know what I'm saying? But then, nowadays with AAU, things are so it's kind of crazy because everything's specialized. It's from my world, I see it a lot, man. A lot of parents be trying to use be on their kids' meal tickets. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
As far as to get to the pros, but they got to go through high school. They got to get to high school first.
Yeah,
like
it's steps in the process.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So it's stuff like that I see. But I mean, I'm just out here, man, just trying to be a positive,
absolutely
role model, positive figure in everybody's life.
Yeah, and like I was saying, like it's steps in the process, and that's what it sounded like you was highlighting. Like, and again, like kids go to school, then they might come home, has something going on, but if kids go to school and then go straight to like a AWOL gym or something, they can keep their mind on something, keep their focus on something. Because if they're not involved, guess what? An idle mind is the devil's playground.
Right.
So, they just sitting around doing nothing. They're going to be coming up with all types of mischievous things. Other kids, they're going to be the more inclined to be involved in peer pressure to do something else.
Yeah.
But they're around like a positive role model, such as yourself,
Yeah.
and doing something that can help them not only be healthy, physically, mentally, they're getting coaching as well. It's like it's only up
Right.
from there.
Right.
Even if they're not going to the league, this is something that can help them even going into college.
Yeah.
And like he said, it's a lifestyle.
A
You know what I'm saying? They
lifestyle.
can carry the things that they learned their entire life.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? So,
It'll definitely roll over, and I got stories, man, of kids that I actually coached, and technically I can call them right now on my phone. And they can tell you, Coach J done helped me out so much. Got a kid that went to he's from Greensboro, went to Page, ended up getting sick. Is right before his freshman year in high school. His mom called me, was in the hospital. He had to go get some special treatment down at the Duke. But he couldn't even do a push up, bro. I mean, that's how sick he was.
Dang.
And I told his mom, I said, I'm gonna take care of him. So he ended up getting through his sickness, and I used to go pick this kid up every day and take him to the Greensboro Sportsplex and work with him.
How old was he then?
He was probably like maybe like 12.
okay.
Like 12, 13, middle school.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and I had noticed him at the Sportsplex one day. He was playing football or whatever with his kids, with his homeboys, and he was just so damn fast. I'm like, man, this boy fast.
Mm-hmm.
But I noticed him, and I just, went over, started talking to him, whatever like that, because I was looking for some clients at the time anyway.
Mm-hmm.
And come to find out, he lived right down the street from me, local kid. But I talked to his mom and tell him I trained him and all this kind of stuff. But anyway, he got sick, and then he overcame his sickness. I used to pick him up every single day. I used to talk to him because the crazy thing about it, his dad lived next door and wasn't even in his life, bro.
Huh?
You know what I'm saying? Telling you something
Like right there?
like next door, like right beside him, and wasn't even in his life. And he told me that. I like, man,
Wow.
I said, don't even worry about that, bro. I said, I got you, and I'm here for you regardless of what's going on. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
We just gonna use this sports thing. You know what I'm saying? So we can rock out, and we're gonna use that to get you what you trying to get to. So make a long story short, his freshman year at Page, he was like, Coach, I gotta be a starter. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to be a starter. Like, look, bro, you got it. I said, you already got the talent.
Mm-hmm.
And I like, you didn't work all hard. You didn't work hard this past summer for nothing. You know what I'm saying? So just get out there and do what you do.
Right.
End up making the JV team as a starter for 2 years, freshman, sophomore year. Make it to high school starter, freshman, junior, and senior. But he ended up starting outside linebacker. But it was just more so of the experience that I had with this kid. He's at Winston-Salem State now.
Okay.
Doing big things, really, really doing big stuff. It's a bunch of kids, man, that I can call
Shout out
point
to him.
man. But it's from just sports and how he used sports. I even had him on my 7-on-7 team. I'm talking about like helping him develop, life skills. And he always text me, call me OG. I say, what's up, OG, man? Sometimes he texts me like out the blue, like, man, thank you so much for helping me out. Like, I look at you as a father figure. You know what I'm saying? My coach, like you really helped me push myself beyond my limits.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I call him Jones, but he a good kid, man.
And that's what the kids be needing, man. Like, because that's something that he could have harped on for a long time that, his father, wasn't there. And even sometimes we'll even use that as an excuse for us to do something that we shouldn't be doing.
Right.
Right.
And so you were an integral piece in his whole puzzle of his life, you know what I'm saying, that helped him get some things together and even get his mind off that. Not off it completely because he's going to touch it, but it'll relieve him from that thought process. You know what I'm saying? Get him involved in something else.
Plant the seeds, man.
Yeah,
You want to
plant the
plant
seed, let it
the
grow.
seed, and then you want to water the seeds.
Yeah.
So I planted the seed in him. I told him I believe in him.
Right.
And I watered the seeds by showing that I believed in him because I picked him up every day. You know what I'm saying? And showed him, what not to do. Well, of course, you talked about everything. We talked about girls. We talked about everything, man.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? We
yeah.
talked about a lot of stuff, and then I just told him like what to do and what not to do. And you got to make decisions because decisions determine your destiny. You know what I'm saying? He made very strong decisions, and he really put himself in a situation right now where he's successful.
Yeah,
You know
absolutely.
what I'm saying? As a young man, so a young black man at that.
That's what's
So,
up.
I got you.
Yeah.
So when it comes to the business, like, how difficult was it to get that started?
It was very difficult, meaning when you don't know anything. So I had to go and find the answers to the questions that I had. You know what I'm saying? Starting a business is not hard. It's running and maintaining the business was really hard. You know what I'm saying? So it wasn't, of course, now, like I said, information today is so easy accessible, so you can find an answer just like that. Google.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You can, that's what it is. But back then, when I was coming through, Facebook was just coming around. You know what I'm saying? Google was just coming around. Right. So, but it was challenging. But once you have your mindset on something, right, then you kind of you can do whatever you want to do. If you really pursue that with the outcome already in mind, like I'm going to do this regardless of what's
right. Because you'll get the information that you're looking for. You just got to peel the pages back.
Yeah, and keep working at it.
When I started my trucking thing, I read stuff. I watched YouTube. You know what I'm saying? I used every resource that I could. Right. You know what I'm saying? So I definitely understand.
Yeah. And then, running a business, man, is definitely it's harder than what from outside looking in, man. It's super hard, But like I said, it's really if you are that type of person, you willing to discipline yourself to do things. You know what I'm saying? Because it's your life. It's how you eat. Because if you don't work, you don't eat.
Exactly.
You don't grind, you don't shine. You know what I'm saying? So you got to figure out a way to make it happen. You know what I'm saying? Regardless.
Yeah, and sound like all that coaching that you've been doing, you even applied that in your business. Yeah. Like it was struggles.
Oh, most definitely.
You know what I'm saying? In the beginning. Hell, you still experiencing struggles now. It happens in business. It fluctuates, you know what I'm saying? But we got to learn different things. You know what I'm saying? We got to keep working at it, just like that lifestyle. You know what I'm saying? That AWOL is all about, having a different type of lifestyle. Yeah. And it sounds like that done got solidified in your mind for you to keep pushing with your business as well. So that's dope.
Yeah. And I even started a nonprofit, bro. I started a nonprofit along with this. And then the story with the nonprofit is it's called Carolina Made. But MADE is an acronym for Multimedia Athletic Development and Education. The purpose of the nonprofit was to use 707 football as a vehicle to push these young African-American men or these underprivileged kids, to where we can use multimedia, Facebook, Instagram, all in the good light to show the talents and the good things that these kids are doing in the community. But they're traveling, playing football, and they're using their talents to do good. Right. And they're not using their talents to do bad, and they're not in an environment that's going to be nurturing to them to be successful. Right. You know what I'm saying? And the athletic development comes from me training them, you know what I'm saying? And the education part is teaching them life skills, teaching them how to manage a checkbook, teaching them how to be responsible for, their homework, teaching them how to be responsible for showing up to practice discipline, you know what I'm saying, and getting the things that they want out of life through hard work. And I always say this, smart work is always going to pay more than hard work, because if you're smart about it, then it won't be hard. You know what I'm saying? Right. Because if you're smart and you make the right decisions, then things should come to you as they come. Right. Yeah, that's real. So I heard my man say the other day, he said, we don't lose. We don't lose. We don't take losses. Right. We just learn lessons.
Exactly.
Right.
Exactly.
That's how I look at it. So
yeah, that's what's up, man. And major salute to you for that, man, because that's something we need. And even talking about those different things like managing, checkbooks and checks and balances, I didn't get none of that when I was young. Yeah. I had to figure that out, as I was going through. You know what I'm saying? When I seen that bank account hit negative a few times. You know what I'm saying? Might need to not close my eyes and swipe this card. Right. You know what I'm saying? Like, I've been there. I've been that kid. You know what I'm saying? Pulling out credit cards and all this stuff and not understanding the repercussions of maxing out all these things. Or not alone that, I used to think growing up in my town, like, don't even get credit cards.
Right, because if you don't know better, you can't do better, bro.
Exactly.
And you want to be able to teach the boys that's coming behind us, like, you want to be able to show them, like, look, I've been there, done that, bro.
They the future, man.
You know what I'm saying? Stuck, you know what I'm saying, $50,000, $60,000 in debt.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because making us just not caring, you know what I'm saying? Like, had the car with the rims, you know what I'm saying? Had money in my pocket, you know what I'm saying? But still, like, this is like 18, 19 years old.
Right,
young.
right.
You know what I'm saying? Feel like I'm balling.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And they ain't really doing nothing.
We ain't know what balling was.
You know what I'm saying?
We ain't know what it was.
Well, but life is about experiences, man.
Yeah.
You want to make sure you just learn from them experiences and keep growing.
Absolutely. Yeah. So, we talked about the successes, you know what I'm saying? Now, let's talk a little bit about, because I know you've seen all types of people come into you guys' gym at AWOL. What's the main thing that causes people to fail?
From an athlete's perspective, what I know from athlete's perspective is it's really I heard Master P say this. You're your own worst enemy, and you pretty much you defeat yourself. So you telling yourself that you can't do it, not believing in yourself is what's gonna help. It's gonna aid in your failure.
Yeah,
right.
You got to keep telling yourself positive things. You keep telling yourself it's as a man thinketh, that's what they say. So if you keep telling yourself that you can't do it, then you can't do it.
Right,
You know what I'm saying? If you keep telling yourself that you can do it, then you can do it. Of course, it's all about the mindset. I guess, and I guess people, we are our own worst enemies.
Yeah.
To where we fight ourselves so much that we, you know what I'm saying, some people are not resilient enough, and then they fail.
Yeah.
They're not willing to fight back, or we're willing to accept failure.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? They just look at the end all be all.
right.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So how can they overcome that? Because I know you have came in contact with someone who came in with that mindset, but by the time you finish
repetition of success. So you can start off with something small that you're successful at, and then the snowball effect.
Just build on it.
Just build on it. You know what I'm saying? It's repetition. Do something that you know you can get done.
Yeah.
For instance, like what I do now, I make my bed every single morning because I'm successful at making my bed. That's going to set me up for the rest of the day. I done did something successful already.
Right,
You know what I'm saying? And then you just got to keep rolling and rolling and rolling. You know what I'm saying? I brush my teeth, whatever you want to do. You know what I'm saying? Your habits. You know what I'm saying? That kind of makes you be successful. You got to start. You can if you got bad habits, of course you got to deprogram and then you got to reprogram. So setting up, being strategic, find something that you can really succeed at. Something that's simple, a simple task.
Right. Yeah.
Making your bed in the morning. I mean, it's super simple.
Right.
But it can go a long way.
Right.
You feel good because now you can come home to a damn bed that's made up.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah. For sure. Like even like with my son, because we done did a whole lot of different things with my son. We try to make sure he stay on the right track and whatever. We did therapy and everything like that. And something that I've learned is like, even if he's done a lot of bad things in school in the week, if he do something good, small, no matter if it was small or not, don't forget to celebrate those successes.
You got to.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
You're supposed to.
Because, that could be a turnaround somewhere else. And I didn't think about it until we kind of went through that therapy and listening to, some outside perspectives of how it can impact the child.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So don't get caught up on, okay, I did horrible here, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, did good Friday. Give him those props for Friday.
You do something good, man, you want to get rewarded for it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And that's what life is all about. You looking at, you can look at professional athletes, you can look at it now, anybody.
Yeah.
You do something good, you're going to expect to get something rewarded for it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You win the Super Bowl, you get a bonus.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That's why the guys, that's how life is, bro. I mean, it's a whole bunch of crazy stuff out here, a lot of stuff that we don't understand, but of course you got to go through life to learn. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
So I got a question. This is more like personal, right? Being I'm a truck driver, I eat good, right?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? How do I get my 6-pack back without working out? Because I don't have time. You know what I'm saying?
It can be tough. You can do it, but it's going to be tough without doing. You got to do some type of working out.
Right.
Meaning that you can, just do whole body stuff, man. Honestly, if you can just do calisthenics, just body weight stuff, push-ups, you know what I'm saying, burpees, lunges, squats. You can do that anytime. You ain't got to have no gym.
And this will work for
you know what I'm saying?
all the truck drivers out there, right?
All of them.
Right.
Yeah. And like
I
said,
see
man,
some fat belly truck drivers out there.
Some big guys out there. You know what I mean? But
all it comes down to, man, to me, it's just mindset.
right.
Yeah.
And what you perceive yourself to be, and then because I had an epiphany early on in my life when I was in high school. This is no lie. I took a class. This is my senior year in high school. I took a class of information highway. I don't know if y'all remember the information highway, to where we had a class at our school. It was called sports medicine, to where we could take classes with students up here in Greensboro.
Oh wow.
There was Western Guilford, Northeast Guilford, Plymouth High School, and my high school, and maybe one more high school that was the only schools in the state that had this particular class. You know what I'm saying? And the class was called sports medicine. I never forget it. And I would, you'd be feeling yourself as a teen. I had muscles and stuff, working out and stuff like that. But I had my uncle, work out with my uncle a lot. My Uncle Ray. Shout out to my Uncle Ray. But we used to it's like I started feeling myself. Like, I don't never want to let myself. And then we just in the class, it was like people that work out, you know what I'm saying, in the fitness and stuff, they kind of like have a likelihood of living long and stuff like that. Like, shit, I said, I want to try to live I want to live for a long time. I want to take care of myself. Of course, I'm young. I want to be, you know what I'm saying, like have girls on me all the time. You know what I'm saying? So I'm going to take care of myself. So I made a decision right then and there. Like I said, I'm never going to let myself get out of shape. I said, I never want to lose my six pack.
Right.
And if this was something that was dear to me.
Right,
like I'm not going to let myself go. And then, of course, you know, being in school and being an athlete, hell, everybody likes to be around a winner or an athlete. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, I don't want to lose that I don't want to lose that. You know what I'm saying? But that shit, I got to Winston-Salem State, which is a whole different ballgame because I was in a whole different world, man. I felt like I didn't have, you know, no friends, all that kind of stuff. But for me, it was just what I wanted. You know, so I wanted to be in shape. I always wanted to look good, and if you look good, you feel good. You know what I'm saying? And that's that was my mentality at the time, and I kind of, you know, it rolled up to me now. It's like I take care of myself. You get compliments. Of course, you look at yourself in the mirror, but like I said, you're your own worst enemy. It's always about mindset and what you tell yourself who you are and what you think you are.
Right, right.
You can be that.
Okay, yeah. So you were never that, you know, like said that was about high school when you had that epiphany.
Yeah.
So like when you was in elementary school or middle school, was you ever that fat kid that got picked?
Nah, I never was fat.
I heard a lot of people they'll turn their life around, you know, because that was something. I made
a conscious decision to where I never let myself get out of shape after a certain age. Even when I got older, because I always wanted to be around health and fitness. I always wanted to be around it.
Yeah, this is a real passion.
Yeah, I was always fascinated by the human body, how it moves, how it looks. You know, so I always like now. I like movement science, kinesiology, biomechanics. I like this stuff. Right. Those are the classes that I excelled in college. Right. But on the flip side, it's more to it about that. The business classes where I kind of like sucked at. I mean, I kind of like, you know what I'm saying, the business classes in college, I sucked at them. You know right. Like, but that was, you know, it is what it is. But now you live and you learn. So
absolutely. And then you doing something that's your passion. Yeah. When people doing something they passion, they got a whole different type of work ethic to it. You know what I'm saying? They put it's a whole different feeling. That's why you're getting those outcomes that you're getting, like, you know, touching those people's lives. Because this is something that you love.
Yeah, it means something to you.
Right. You ain't just in there like, hey, I'm choosing this business because it's going to make me some money. This is the business that I love, and I want to help others as well.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So that definitely makes me want to be a part of something like that. You know what I'm saying? I can trust someone that got a passion for what they got going on.
Right. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, instead of me being just a number or something like that, this person, you know what I'm saying, they got a love for it. And sound like that's what you was birthed to do, man.
Yeah, man. When my mom was alive, she always said, you know, be a teacher. You know what I'm saying? Be a teacher. She always seen me being a teacher. You know what I'm saying? Or helping somebody out. And I felt like, shoot, I just want to be able to help. And now I consider myself a coach. I go by Coach Jonathan. You know what I'm saying? I go by Coach Jay. I coach because coaching is helping someone get somewhere where they couldn't get themselves.
Yeah. Right.
You know what I'm saying? That's what coaches do.
Yeah.
Coach is there for you. Coach is going to push you. Coach is going to get on your nerves. Coach is going to make sure that you succeed. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So when I was in the military, it was all about just meeting the standard. They were what they call drill sergeants, but they was just doing their job. You know what I'm saying? And they was pretty much coaching us to be better people. But it's a different type of coaching. You know what I'm saying? But they helped us meet the standard though. Right. That's all you had to do. And then it was up to you to go beyond the standard.
Exactly.
Yep.
So
dang.
What branch of the military?
I was in the Army.
You was in the Army?
Yeah,
okay.
in the Army.
I got you. Yeah. Now, we were around the same age. You didn't have to go to war, did you?
I went to Germany in lieu of the war, so it was an Iraqi war at the time, Operation Iraqi Freedom. I went over there, but I was part of a backfield group to a group that had went to Afghanistan.
Got you.
Yeah. Well, I can't. It's been so long ago. It might have been Afghanistan or Iraq, one of the two. But I was a part of I had an easy ass job in the military, man. I wanted to be a combat medic, but I didn't get that job, so I just became a food inspector, and I worked with veterinarians and stuff. But when I got deployed,
that's cool.
Dang, that's gonna. I mean, that definitely help with what you got going on
there.
now.
I'm about to say,
yeah, I work with veterinarians. Yeah,
nutrition.
Yeah,
the nutrition portion.
Oh, with veterinarians like animal doctors. That's who I work with.
What the hell you doing with animals in the military?
That's what I'm saying. So like, wait. It's crazy because my job description was a veterinary food inspector. Specialist. That's what my job was. So, but our job was to actually go around and inspect food that was stored in, say, warehouses or grocery stores. You know what I'm saying? How they would bring it in. And of course, it's crazy because we had to learn all the cuts of a chicken, all the cuts of a cow, all the cuts of, you know what I'm saying? Like, we had to learn all the food groups. You know what I'm saying? So it actually kind of helped me with the nutrition side of my business, knowing about nutrition. But it's kind of crazy because being able to work with veterinarians, who work with animals like dogs,
right,
horses. Have dogs and horses in the military, and then of course we worked in the civilian capacity to where people got cats and dogs and animals. So they bring them to the vet. It's like the military is a world with this side of the world, if y'all didn't know. So
you're right. If
they have the same things that you have out here in the civilian world.
Okay, I was tripping. I'm glad you said that.
Yeah, so
that makes sense now. My sister in the Air Force.
Yeah, I was working with them, man, and it was cool. But all I did was just drive for my commanders and stuff. I didn't do much, man. Collected the check just to chill. I mean,
it was medical benefits.
Yeah, it was definitely a blessing in disguise, though, for real.
Yeah,
that's what's up.
Was it hot over there? Just
Germany
random.
was cool, man. Germany was straight. It wasn't hot at all. I mean, it did get hot in the summertime, but it was, the winter was cold as hell.
Gotcha.
It was fun though.
I knew this girl from out there. She said it sometimes it's just like super hot, but it get real cold.
Yes, sir.
Sound like Canada.
They ain't had no AC.
What you mean no AC?
They ain't had no AC in the buildings.
What?
No AC.
Oh shit.
Some of the buildings that I lived in, they didn't have no AC. Because it was never really like no super, super hot summers. You ain't getting no 100 degrees over there.
Right.
It might get like 85. You know what I'm saying? That's probably the hottest it's going to get. They ain't going to get no 100 plus degrees in Germany.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? They ain't no Arizona. But it was cool, man. I learned a lot, seen a lot.
That's what's up.
Being in a foreign country, and living like a king. I thought I was living like a king, but come back to America, then reality is different. You know what I'm saying? So,
right.
Yeah. It's but it was a learning experience, a fun time for me.
That's what's up. That's what's up. So when it comes to AWOL, how can people find AWOL?
So like I said, I deal with athletes, and it's called AWOL Sports Performance. But we also have AWOL Fitness, which is my business partner, and they do transformations and stuff like that. I do personal training as well, but I'm primarily do sports performance training for athletes. We're located downtown Greensboro, right behind the bus station, right across the street from the IRC Center at 320 East Washington Street. Like I said, I deal mainly with athletes and helping athletes, get their stuff together, whether from running fast, jumping high, just getting in shape to be a better athlete. Because that's what, I feel like I'm giving back because I didn't get that when I was coming up. I thought I was a decent athlete, and I probably could have made it a little bit farther if I would have had some guidance and someone in my corner, like a performance coach, pushing me out there and helping me get better, get my strength up, my bunnies up. You know what I'm saying? Even much my mindset.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, like I said, you can find us. We're right here located locally. We've been over there now ever since about 2015. I'm sorry, 2015. Been over there since about 2015.
Got you.
That's what's up.
That's what's up.
Yeah. So hit him up, man. Hit up Coach J. Yeah. For real,
If you're an athlete, you're trying to, you're trying to make your varsity team, your JV team, or you're just trying to get better, stronger, faster, and just have a more so of a holistic approach to training with your mindset, I can get you right. Just come over there and see us.
That's what's up, man. It's definitely sound like the place to be.
Oh, yeah.
I'm definitely going to bring my son through there, see if we can get something going, because I got to get – he done picked up a little bit of COVID weight, you know what I'm saying? And he just finished football season though, so he got back in better shape.
Who you play for?
He played for the Triad Ducks, the Elite Ducks.
Ducks, yeah. I got some kids that train over there. I trained a team this past winter back in February. The Bully Squad. They go by the High Point Bully Squad. It was a High Point Lions, but they made it to the championship game this year and they lost by 1 point.
Dang.
But come to think about it, man, the guys that reached out to me, they came. He was bringing this whole team that would train. He'll bring all the skilled guys that would train twice a week, and he'll bring all this offensive lineman, defensive lineman, and they'll train twice a week. And I've seen so much growth in that 6 week time frame from those kids, man. Like when I'm training, I'm military mode. I'm like strict on them. Like I don't let them play none of that. Like y'all here to train. Like I ain't here to play with y'all.
Right.
I want to get faster, stronger. This is what we got to do to get faster, stronger. It ain't no playing no games.
Right.
But they end up having a good season, man. And I can say that for a lot of my athletes that come to me. And it don't work unless you do.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And every athlete that came to me on a consistent basis have been successful at their sport. Every single one of them.
It's a way of life.
Yeah.
AWOL, baby. Straight up and down.
Yep.
Yo, definitely hit him up, man. It was a pleasure having you on the show, man. So glad that you pulled up on us. Yo, until next time, you guys hold it down. Don't let it hold you. Peace.
The Highest Point Podcast.